Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. Here now this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Well, the international season continued for both men's and women's freestyle this last weekend at the Gulf Open in Canada. The Cliff King Wrestling Club had a perfect day. All four of their men's freestylers won individual gold medals. The four train at the University of Michigan and compete nationally for the New York Athletic Club, which as a team took second place in their final standings. Their combined record was a flawless 15-0. 2010 U.S. Open champion Andrew Howe took the honors at 163 pounds with a perfect 4-0 record on the day. In the championship finals, Howe defeated Canadian Olympic trials runner-up Chris Prickett 6-0, 1-0. It was Howe's second Canadian gold medal performance in 3 months to go along with his Hargobind International title back in November. Howe was named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week for his performance. An NCAA champ from Wisconsin, Andrew's taking an Olympic redshirt year from his collegiate commitment. Josh Chiarella brought home the title at 145 pounds. His record also 4-0. In the finals, he defeated Ryan Liu of Canada 2-0, 5-0. It was the first competition in 5 months for Chiarella, a 2-year member of the U.S. Freestyle National Team. Now, two of Michigan-based stars won their first career international competitions. Former Fighting Illini Jimmy Kennedy was the champion at 132 pounds. He posted a 3-0 record, stopping veteran Canadian star James Mancini 2-1, 2-0 in the finals. Jimmy also defeated Mancini back in November at a prior meeting at the New York Athletic Club International. Tyrell Todd, a former Michigan star, won the 185-pound title by injury default over Canadian Matt Miller. Todd went 4-0 for the day with an impressive round of early wins. Now in the women's division, two members of Northern Michigan's USOEC team placed fifth in their divisions. At 105 pounds, 2011 junior world bronze medalist Aaron Golston finished with a 2-2 record, including a huge victory over USOEC teammate Ali Samira in the fifth place bout. Lilia Gudzik dropped bouts to 4 Canadian opponents in a 5-athlete round robin to place fifth at 158 pounds. We talked with Aaron Golston.
I thought this year it was a good tournament. Both years were very hard and difficult. You had some really good girls there. It was a good competition overall. I think most of us got 3 to 4 matches, so just getting a good amount of matches is great. I think it is definitely different than wrestling junior. Like, for wrestling senior and the fact this is their karting tournament, there wasn't really much room for mistakes. But I think this is a competition we all need, just as juniors, because it can only make us better.
Now we go to Bristol, Tennessee. News there. The women's college wrestling season concludes this weekend when King College hosts the 2012 WCWA Women's College Nationals there. This hallmark event is Women's College Wrestling's national championship. The event continues to grow in size and quality. Lending the event more importance is that it's also a qualifying event for the April 21st, 22nd Olympic team trials to be held in Iowa City, Iowa. Oklahoma City University is seeking its 4th straight team title. The Stars had a dominant regular season, going undefeated in dual meets and winning its 5th straight NWCA National Duels title. OCU had 6 athletes ranked number 1 in January, including freshman Emily Webster at 101 pounds, junior Joey Miller at 116 pounds, senior Michaela Hutchinson at 123 pounds, junior Audrey Morehouse at 130 pounds, senior Christy Davis at 155 pounds, and 191 pounds senior Brittany Delgado rounds out the list. Now, Davis is a 2-time world champion. She's a 9-time world medalist. She'll go down in history as one of the greatest U.S. wrestlers of all time. Christy will be competing for her 2nd WCWA national title, while Michaela Hutchinson and Brittany Delgado will be seeking their 3rd individual titles.
As far as the program and this team, Oklahoma City University is really excited about the national tournament this year. We've got more athletes than we've had before. There should be about 170 athletes there at this tournament, which is probably about 6 times as many as we had 5 years ago. We have new programs coming in every year. Campbellsville just announced that they're going to have a women's program. I think it's 19 schools at the tournament this year. As far as competition, it's going to be a close race between us, King, Simon Fraser, Lindenwood, Cumberlands. There's several teams that have an opportunity to win it.
Let's take you back to the championships of the National Duels in Springfield, Illinois. That meet ended with a 25-14 score. OCU won 7 of the 11 bouts over King and claimed the title. This was closer than their previous dual meet. Third-year program King College finished 4th at last year's WCWA Nationals and held the number 2 team ranking throughout the year. Those with the best chance to win a gold may be their number one ranked athletes, junior Yarygin at 143 and senior Emily Martin at 109 pounds will be joined by freshman Julia Salata at 170 pounds. Reagan was a 2011 junior world bronze medalist for the United States and has been very successful on the senior level. King is hoping the home mat advantage will offer some help in their quest for the team title. King has quickly risen within the women's college wrestling ranks through a combination of effective recruiting and a commitment to providing top competition for their athletes.
You know, since we started the program 3 years ago, one of our goals was to, get to host this tournament. We're excited to host it this year. The women's college wrestling scene is growing dramatically. We're constantly adding schools every single year. So especially with this year being an Olympic year, and there's a qualification process with this tournament, we're really excited to be hosting it. I think we're going to have a good turnout, and we're going to be able to show, at least the Bristol community, what women's wrestling is all about.
Well, Simon Fraser of Canada was the WCWA runner-up last year, but all three of their champions from 2011 took this year off to pursue Olympic dreams. Mike Jones' team has remained competitive, placing third at the national duels. Top challengers are Chloe Ivanoff at 116 pounds, Jenny McClatchy at 155 pounds, and Hillary Greening at 191 pounds. Lindenwood was fourth at the national duels for coach Takara Montgomery. Their top stars, India Walker at 109 pounds, Shauna Isbell at 123, and Tanya Coos at 143 pounds. Now, the University of the Cumberlands was the last team to win the WCWA Nationals clear back in 2008. Under coach Elena Berube, the top Patriot hopefuls are Kirsten Harmon at 136 pounds and Sienna He at 130 pounds. 14 spots are up for grabs at the U.S. Olympic team trials in Iowa City. The top two Americans at 109, 123, 136, and 155 pounds respectively will qualify for the trials, as well as the top American at the other 6 weight classes. Now, for those of you who cannot attend, King College will be providing a live webcast from the event. TheMat.com will also be posting matches and interviews, and we'll report on this important event on next week's show, so stay tuned. Well, fans, you want to mark your calendars for January 28th as one of America's top international Greco events will take place in Colorado Springs. The Kiki Cup dual meet tournament will be held at the U.S. Olympic Training Center. 4 U.S. teams will compete against 4 international teams. The U.S. will only wrestle against foreign opponents, making it a great opportunity for the athletes to get valuable international experience. All January, the U.S. Stars have been preparing for this tournament in a national team training camp. Team USA 1 is led by 3-time world medalist and 2002 world champion Jermil Byers at 264 pounds. 2005 world bronze medalist Justin Ruiz joins the team at 211 pounds, along with 2008 Olympian Spencer Mango at 121 pounds. 3 past world team members will see action as well. They include Joe Betterman at 132, Jake Fisher 163 pounds, and Chaz Betts at 185 pounds. Mango talked to us about the importance of the Kiki Cup in his preparation for the Olympic year.
We've been out of competition for a little while since Nationals, so it'll be an important tune-up tournament. We have some new rules that we're testing out, and we'll get to see the competition we'll have at Schultz at the Kiki Cup, so that'll also be nice. We wrestle with the Americans every day at practice, so it's nice to get some international competition in just to change it up a little bit. It's right around the corner, we got to get this weight qualified and then go out there and get some medals in London. So.
Team USA 2 is led by 2-time world team member Jeremiah Davis at 132 pounds and 2011 world team member Andy Basic at 163 pounds. Competing for USA 3, past world team members Cheney Haight at 185 and R.C. Johnson at 220 pounds. 2-time world junior world medalist Ellis Coleman will enter at 132 pounds. One has to imagine what we'll see there. Wrestling for the USA, Team 4, 2011 U.S. Open runner-up Zach Nielsen at 185 pounds. Now, the international teams in the tournament include Italy, Spain, India, and a mixed international team made up from athletes from a number of nations. A number of senior-level stars will be featured on the international teams as well. National Greco-Roman coach Steve Fraser explains why this event is so important for his program.
Well, it's a great way to get four international matches with some tough teams, and it doesn't require us to travel anywhere. So bringing these foreign teams in and compete with us right here on our home turf is great. I think it's going to be just a wonderful event. We've got, as you may know, Italy, Spain, India, and then our 4th international team is going to be a mix with some Greeks, a Slovenian, and some more Indians, and so it should be a good event.
Fans, you'll be able to see a live webcast of the Kiki Cup on themat.com. We'll have a full report of it right here on next week's show. The countdown to the Olympic trials continues. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly. Stay tuned.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Wrestling fans, USA Wrestling has launched a top social networking site designed for you. USA Wrestling Nation is the latest innovation provided to the wrestling community by our sports national governing body, USA Wrestling. Post photos, blogs, and videos, interact on boards. Keep up with your favorite wrestling personalities with USA Wrestling Nation. It's free to register. Join the thousands of wrestling fans that have already signed up and become a part of the USA Wrestling Nation at usawrestlingnation.com. Well, another major competition, internationally speaking, will be held this weekend in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, located in the Siberian region of that nation. The Ivan Yarygin Memorial Grand Prix will feature competition in men's and women's freestyle wrestling. Now, the event, named in honor of Olympic champion and Russian wrestling leader Ivan Yarygin, is considered one of the most challenging international events in the world every year. Team USA will enter a small but talented men's freestyle team. All 4 U.S. wrestlers have extensive international achievements. Competing at 211 pounds will be 2011 world bronze medalist Jake Varner. Last year, Varner reached the semifinals at the Yarygin Memorial, where he was injured and unable to finish. 2009 world bronze medalist Travel Delegnev will be wrestling at 264 pounds. Last year, Delegnev won a bronze medal at the Yarygin Memorial. 2010 world team member Brent Metcalf finished 5th at the Yarygin last year and is returning again at 145 pounds this year. The other U.S. entry is 2011 U.S. Open champion Sammy Hazewinkle at 121. Hazewinkle competed at the 2010 Yarygin Memorial but did not medal. Only 10 U.S. athletes have ever won this event in men's freestyle. All 10 of the winners were Olympians during their career, with 4 Olympic champions and 6 Olympic medalists. The U.S. champions at the Yarygin include these superstars: 1988 Olympian Jim Shear, who won in 1990. 1984 Olympic champion Dave Schultz, who won in 1991. 1992 Olympic bronze medalist Chris Campbell, who won in 1991. 1996 Olympic champion Kendall Cross, who won in 92, and 1996 Olympic champion Tom Brands checks in. He won in 1993. 1996 Olympic champion Kurt Angle won it in 93. 2000 Olympic bronze medalist Lincoln McElravy won it in 98. 2004 Olympian Joe Williams won in 2005. 2008 Olympian Daniel Cormier won it in 2005, and Steve Mocco rounds it out as the 2008 Olympian who won it in 2009. Well, the U.S. men's freestyle delegation trained for 8 days in Vladikavkaz, Russia, prior to the competition. This is one of the world's top hotbeds for freestyle wrestling, and it's a key part of Freestyle Team USA's preparation for success. In last week's show, we reported on the U.S. women's freestyle delegation for the Yarygin Memorial, including 10 talented athletes there. Now, there have only been 5 U.S. women to ever win the Yarygin Memorial. Marks it a very special and important opportunity. 2 of these past Yarygin champions will be competing there again this year. 2005 world champion Iris Smith, who won it back in 2004, and 2-time U.S. world team member Kelsey Campbell, who won in 2010. 2-time world bronze medalist Sally Roberts won the Yarygin in 2005 and 2008. The other U.S. women to win this coveted event, 2004 Olympian Taylor O'Donnell, who won in 2004, and 2008 Olympian Marcy Van Duzen, who won in 2006. Again, we'll have complete coverage on the memorial in next week's show. Well, fans, the high school wrestling season is now in full swing. In urban communities across America, city wrestling championships are being held in many locales. An example of one of these is the annual Mayor's Cup, hosted by the Beat the Streets folks in New York City. 12 years ago, USA Wrestling National staff decided to host a city wrestling championship for high school teams in the Colorado Springs area. USA Wrestling organized and conducted all aspects of the event as a public service to the local community. Well, the 2012 Colorado Springs Metro Wrestling Championships was held at Doherty High School last weekend and is a highlight of the year for athletes and the teams involved. This tournament has grown in size and prestige, and it's become a true showcase for the sport. USA Wrestling Executive Director Rich Bender explains why the tournament was created.
Well, I think early on at USA Wrestling we saw an opportunity for us to really bring the Colorado Springs wrestling community together, and we had a number of high schools here in the area that wrestled in a number of different classes and really never had an opportunity to compete up against one another to really determine a city champion. It's really gone beyond our expectations because it really is one of the best wrestling tournaments in the state.
Well, USA Wrestling staff member Ryan Johnson, who wrestled in the Metro Championships when he attended Doherty High School, talks about the impact of the tournament from his vantage point.
Colorado Springs as a whole is dramatically improved from when I was in high school. My senior year, Doherty went undefeated in our dual meet season. We wrestled all Colorado Springs and Pueblo schools, and we went to the state tournament and finished like 12th or something like that. Denver had all the power, and now these days Coronado and Pine Creek and Discovery Canyon, they've shifted things south. Colorado Springs and Fountain Fort Carson, they'll probably be in the running for the state title this year.
Well, Whitefield coach Gary Fultz, whose team has won the event 3 times now, gives his perspective.
Well, I think most importantly it's about bragging rights. I mean, it's all the teams from Colorado Springs area, and a lot of us are going out of town a lot now to see other competitions, so it's our one opportunity in town to show everybody what we got. And then you got bragging rights the rest of the year over everybody.
Well, Coronado High School, which won the Colorado State team title last year, has also won the Metro Championship 3 times. Coach Matt Brickle talks about why this tournament is so very special.
Well, yeah, it's just, like I said, the tournament's great because it gets the competition in our city. And like I said, it's made our wrestlers throughout the city, it's made them step up a level.
Well, the Colorado Springs Metro Championships featured over 80 athletes who were ranked on the state level, and it was a battle of returning state champs at 113 pounds, when 4A state champion A.J. Reese of Discovery Canyon faced 5A state champion Adrian Cordova of Coronado. It was a rematch of last year's Metro final won by Reese. Cordova jumped to an early lead, but Reese came back to win the title by a 6-2 margin. Reese was named outstanding lightweight of the tournament.
I thought I wrestled good. My offense wasn't as good as it normally is and how it should be. I stuck with my defense, which helped a lot, and kept the pressure going, which helped me with that stall call.
Well, 2 talented athletes won the Metro title for the 3rd time, becoming the 11th and 12th 3-time winners in history. At 182 pounds, senior Josh Schoenberger of Fountain Fort Carson scored a dominant 15-0 score in that victory over Wade Tope of Peyton. Scoring numerous takedowns and turns along the way, Schoenberger was named the outstanding heavyweight of the tournament for the 2nd straight year.
It's definitely not an easy tournament. You come here, you're not always expected to taste. It's a place, it's people around all Colorado Springs. It's not a bad tournament. It's pretty well ran. I thank you, USA Wrestling, and everyone that puts this thing together. It's a pretty tough tournament.
Junior Gio Martinez of Pine Creek also won his 3rd straight Metro gold medal with a 15-0 tech fall over Cameron Wade of Woodland Park. Martinez was a 5A state champion last year and was named outstanding underclassman in the tournament for the 2nd straight year. Next year, Martinez has the opportunity to become the first 4-time Colorado Springs Metro champion in history.
Every year's a different year. The other 2 in the past, and I want to get this year, so just take it 1 year at a time. I think as a team we're doing pretty good.
We would like to begin.
I need to get a little bit better shape, but I'm doing pretty good so far.
Well, one of the top efforts came at 160 pounds when senior Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge won the gold medal with a 7-3 finals victory over Kyle Saluka of Falcon.
Just give God the glory for helping me out for today and yesterday's tournament, helping me get up to the top, and just did great. I'm proud of myself.
Placing third as a team was Discovery Canyon, one of the newer high schools in the community, with 3 individual champions of their own. Placing second as a team was Fountain Fort Carson, which had its highest team finish ever, led by Schoenberger and 2 silver medalists. Coach Chris James talked to us about his team's effort and its quest to win the Metro title in the future.
It's probably one of the only Metro tournaments in the state. And for our kids to come in, this tournament has developed over time. I know it's been going on about 13 or 14 years, and the last 4 years or so, it's become pretty dang tough, which helps us excel and get ready for the state tournament. So it's important to my kids because it's pride.
Well, Pine Creek was the team champions in 2012, winning its 4th Colorado Springs Metro title, the most of any team. The Eagles had 6 individual champs this year and scored 80 more points than the team runner-up. Pine Creek coach Billy Gable was named Coach of the Year. Gable talks about winning the city championship and his team's effort.
Well, I would have to say that I'm pretty blessed as head coach to have some amazing staff, amazing coaches around me. Each coach has their individual gift. I think all those coaches together really make for a room where kids are going to learn the best stuff they need to learn. And then I got great kids. I mean, I say this every single year, whether we win this stuff or not.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, America's best Olympic caliber wrestlers have been going through intense training camps at the OTC in Colorado Springs this month. We caught up with the 2011 freestyle champion Jordan Burroughs, who was preparing at the Freestyle Team USA training camp. Burroughs last competed when he won the Pan American Games in Mexico in October, and he's looking forward to getting back on the mat again this winter.
Obviously, I'm not in as good a shape as I was at the World Championships. You know, I'm just getting back into the swing of things, trying to peak for the Olympic trials. But I'm definitely feeling better on the mat, feel more comfortable in positions on my feet, and I'm just trying to be more complete of a wrestler, basically, for me. You know, I was young, going into World Championships, inexperienced, but now everyone's looking up to me and looking for me to dominate and win that gold medal in London. So I got big shoes to fill, and I got to keep working hard and improving.
Well, on January 19th, the NCAA released the first of 3 coaches panel rankings for the 2011-2012 season. The final rankings will be one of the tools used in the selection process for the qualifiers for the 2012 NCAA Division Championships that will be held in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, the top 10 ranked college wrestlers in the first coaches rankings include Zach Sanders of Minnesota at 125 pounds, Devin Carter of Virginia at 133, Kendrick Maple of Oklahoma at 141, Frankie Molinaro of Penn State at 149, Kyle Dake of Cornell at 157, David Taylor of Penn State at 165, Nick Amuchastegui of Stanford at 174 pounds, Joe LeBlanc of Wyoming at 184 pounds, Chris Honeycutt of Edinburgh at 197, and Ryan Flores of American rounds it out at heavyweight. Well, it was a big weekend for major duels in collegiate wrestling, especially within the Big Ten. Ohio State won 7 of 10 matches to upset the University of Iowa on their home mats in Columbus. They did so by a 21-9 margin. Big wins came from the Stieber brothers, Logan and Hunter, who defeated higher-ranked opponents. 2 days later, Penn State had 7 victories in a sold-out home dual meet against Iowa, winning there 22-12. The Hawkeyes won the first 3 bouts, but the Nittany Lions closed it out with 7 straight of their own. Returning NCAA finalists David Taylor and Quentin Wright were among the winners. The most recent NWCA college poll has Oklahoma State ranked number 1, Penn State checks in at number 2, Minnesota at number 3, Cornell at number 4, and Ohio State at number 5. Rounding out the top 10, Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, Pittsburgh, and Oklahoma in that order. Well, it's been a wide open and exciting college season so far, and we'll provide updates as we can all throughout the season. It's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. These pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans around the country. They're also considered for the photo contest page in USA Wrestler magazine, as well as for the USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week, our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week is taken by Aaron Polanski. It depicts Emma Polanski of Massachusetts scoring a pin during the New England Girls Wrestling Championships. You can have your photographs considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest simply by emailing them to our good friend Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, that'll do it for this week's show. We appreciate you watching. For all of us at USA Wrestling, thanks for watching. I'm Scott Casper. Good night.